Good morning, Zanzi. It's your boy Lebahang Adams from the YLC Youth Leadership Council, and we are back again with our first video of the year. Now, you know, as the Mamelodi initiative, we pride ourselves in learning, growing, dreaming, and achieving. And our first guest of the year falls no short of learning, growing, dreaming, and achieving. And her name is... So wonderful to have you, Dimpo. Now, one thing about Dimpo, she managed to get not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not even six, but 7 distinctions. Nice one. Congratulations, Dimpo. Congratulations. Now, Dimpo was a learner at Rwanilaka last year. She received her Matric results actually a week ago. And she was actually a learner in our YLC learning program when we launched it 2 years ago. And she was always committed, she was always engaging, she was always interactive, and she was very committed to our program and showed out to our lessons. And she's also part of a high school that's popularly known for being a top performing high school in Mamelodi and in the whole of Pretoria as well, and it's Rwanilaka High School. But let's switch over to her. Dimpo,
yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm very excited, I'm very happy. I was actually overwhelmed, but now it has actually sunk in, so yeah, I'm good.
How are you feeling before you got your results? Because there are some learners that are a bit anxious, they're very nervous, they get stressed prior to receiving the results. So how are you feeling before you got
I can relate to the stress and everything. I was very stressed. I was actually sick the day before I got my results. I think it was the anxiety kicking in and the stress. But then one thing that was true for me, right, is that I was not actually scared that I was going to pass, I was going to fail. I knew that I've passed, but my question was, how did I pass?
I see.
So that was why the anxiety was a bit high, my stress levels were high, but yeah.
And how are you feeling now? Are you satisfied with the result? Because some learners are very particular about the results that they achieved. I know it's distinctions and all, but some learners are like, I need that 90%. So how are you feeling now after getting your results?
Honestly, I am relieved because not everybody can manage to get all 7 distinctions. Hey, but I'm also not satisfied. Yes, it is distinctions and all, but there are certain percentages I was hoping to get, and some I didn't clearly reach there, but I'm happy.
Overall, you're happy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you've extremely outdone. Like you've really impressed us. We're really proud of you. As the Mamelodi initiative, we are rooting behind you. I know for sure that coming from a community such as Mamelodi or other townships alike, when you achieve certain things, it's not just for you, it's beyond you now. It's parents, guardians, siblings, cousins, everybody is rooting for you. But I just want to ask, you know, going backwards into your preparations for exams, preparations for your prelims in the 3rd term. A first question I want to ask is, how was your daily routine? How was it, your daily routine?
Well, my daily routine, right? I would wake up around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So to prepare before class, make sure I am ready, I know my content before I go to class. So that time I just use it for revision and just make sure that my work is up to date. Then I would prepare for school from 5 o'clock. And then I'm expected to be in school 7 o'clock. No later than that, because we have morning classes, right? And then my school knocks off at 4 o'clock for grade 12s. We also have afternoon classes, right? And then after that, I stay behind the school for an hour to make sure that I've covered all my homeworks and I'm just ready to go, so that when I get home, I don't have to work on homeworks. But when I get home, all I do is study and revise my work. Yes. And then when I get home, my family was very supportive, so I didn't do any house chores for my grade 12 year. And
lucky you.
Yes, lucky me. So I'm grateful for that, because it gave me a lot of time to put in my studies, because I just had all the time at home to myself. I didn't have to worry about doing dishes, cooking, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes. So that just took like the workload off of me and made things very easy.
Speaking of family, how was your support structure both at home as well as in school?
Honestly, at home, everybody was doing Matric because of me, hey? Like, everybody was doing Matric because sometimes we get tired. The
Yeah.
body gets tired and
Yeah.
it needs to rest. And you find that I'm studying and I just take a nap. But then my mom, my dad, my sisters would come to check up on me, make sure I'm awake, make sure I'm still studying,
Yeah.
you see, and that I have all the energy that I need. And at school, my teachers were also very, very supportive. I mean,
Yeah.
after work, after hours, they would stay behind with me just to make sure that I understand a specific content that I didn't get in class. They would just elaborate everything for me. And even at home, they gave us the permission to like WhatsApp them. If I need extra help, I can call them, I can WhatsApp them. I mean, even like at 11 p.m. when I WhatsApp
Wow.
them saying I need help with a
Okay.
specific thing, they would like help me immediately, make sure
Yeah.
that I get it, because it's not just about me,
Yeah.
but it's about everybody else.
That's absolutely true. Another question I want to ask is, how was your studying routine? Because we spoke about daily routine, we spoke about the support structure you had both at home and at school. How was your studying routine?
So with studying routine, hey, it's different for like almost everybody. So first things first, you need to know the study skills that work for you. You need to know
Okay.
the techniques that work for you. If it's reading, if it's writing notes. So for me particularly,
Yeah.
I would read and then make my own notes. So I do not copy exactly from the textbook, but you write what you summarize,
Oh,
what you
I see.
understand from what you have read, right? And then from there, I would just do practice problems just to make sure that I get everything in.
Okay.
Because sometimes reading doesn't just like get the content in, you just have to test yourself.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of previous papers. I watched a lot of YouTube videos because I can't like really study for myself and on my own. So I need somebody who's like more experienced than I am
Oh,
to
I
make sure that
see.
I get the whole thing and they stretch the whole content for me. And from there, I would like speak alone just to make sure that the stuff
Singing,
yes,
reciting.
exactly, recite it as poetry, sing it, you get, and yeah, just writing notes, practicing a lot of
Yeah.
previous papers. That helps you to like make sure that you really understand what you have been doing, because sometimes we lie to ourselves, hey, like, yeah,
That's-
I get that one, I get that one,
I've got
but
this.
yeah, exactly. But once you test yourself,
Yeah.
you see, nah, you still need to go and just like do a little bit of catch up. So
Nice, nice. So did you get, when you were speaking to the person who was helping you with your academics, was it a teacher, an educator, or was it peer tutoring? Was it like a classmate that helped you with the content?
so it was everything for me, really.
Okay.
I went
Best
to
of everything.
everything really, because I had to make sure that I get everything.
Yeah.
You understand? And so some of my peers were attending extra programs and
I
they
see.
get more information.
Okay.
So because we get more information, then we sit down, we
Yeah.
elaborate, then we discuss, we make sure that we fill in with each other, and that what I know, I'm sharing it with them, what they know, they're sharing with me. So
Okay.
we exchanging information.
Yeah.
Even with my teachers as well, they help me a lot. Like, yo, Asham, they're very supportive.
Wow. Okay. So how important is it to have a very sort of stable and consistent environment around you in order to perform well academically?
Yes, that is extremely important, because for one, I did not have the privilege that like many kids have of having their own room where they can like study for themselves personally, but I had to make a plan.
Yeah.
That couldn't be an excuse that I can't study at home because they're making noise. No, I
Yeah.
have to like work around that. So for me, luckily for me, we have like a church that is closer by, so just for quietness and everything, I'll just pack my things, go to church and study. You
Oh,
understand?
okay.
Yes, during the day, because at home I can't really concentrate
Oh,
that
I
much, 'cause,
see.
like, I have a little sister and she's always making noise, so just for me to concentrate and make sure that I am 100% focused,
Yeah.
then I go to a quiet space, you see, to make sure that everything sinks in. Then at night, that's when I'm at home. So I didn't want to have an excuse that I didn't do better, I didn't
Yeah.
perform well, because at home it's not like that. That is the situation at home, but I have to change it. And I think it is like up to me, not necessarily me alone,
Yeah.
and not that they've given me the burden to carry it, just that I saw a need, and I'm gonna make sure that I am successful and I succeed in whatever that I want to do.
That's very interesting. I also like the fact that you touched on knowing your own study skill and you discovered yours very early,
Yes.
and you used it to your fullest potential. That's really amazing. Not all learners manage to grasp their own like study skill, but you've really done us very proud. We are rooting for you as the Mamelodi Initiative. I was speaking about it earlier to some of my colleagues that the Mamelodi Initiative is a community. We are one big sort of happy family. When you come here, you connect with other people that are like-minded. You empower others that are around you, and you equip yourself whichever facet of society you're going to, whether it's in education, whether it's in business, economics, whichever facet of the society it may be. When you come here at the Mamelodi Initiative, you become equipped and you leave as a much better person. So, yeah, we wish you all the best, and we want you to fly the flag very high. And if you ever need any assistance from the Mamelodi Initiative, both in academic and your future professional career, we are always here as the Mamelodi Initiative. So, big up, big up.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, what message, advice, or tips would you give younger learners, both in Ribanilaka and other high schools, that are feeling demotivated, they are feeling discouraged, they're feeling overwhelmed by their workload or the academic load? What message would you have for them in order to perform much better academically, do better in whatever subject they're struggling with, or in a subject where they want to upgrade or increase their average?
If there is a quote that kept me going throughout all my high school years, to be specific, is from Martin Luther King Jr. when he said, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep on moving. So I had
Yeah.
to keep myself moving
Yeah.
for everything. I mean, I've faced a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges that may break a person.
Yeah.
I went through depression, I went through anxiety, and at that time, I felt
Oh
like
man,
my world was falling apart.
I'm so
Like,
sorry.
yeah. But then through the support that I got from my peers and from my family, I was able to overcome that and become a better person. So just people must just keep on moving. They
Yeah.
must keep on moving, because if you stop, then even the little information that you are just going to absorb, you can't absorb it anymore because you've stopped. So it's not over really. It's not over until it is really over. It's not over
Yeah.
until we die. So we
Yeah.
just have to
Preach.
keep on moving, and self-discipline is very, very important, because we're not always motivated to study. I was not always motivated to study. Sometimes
Yeah.
I wanted to sleep. Sometimes I wanted to socialize. Sometimes I just wanted to have the whole day to myself
Yeah.
and not do anything productive. But because I know the goals that I've set, and I know that I want to achieve them, then the discipline, that's where it comes in, because I don't feel like doing it, but I do
You
it
have to do.
because I
Yeah.
have to do
Yeah.
it. I do it because I know what's at stake. You see, so
Absolutely. Yeah.
people must have their why point, their reference point, that even when you're feeling demotivated, you always have something to go back to that will give
Yeah.
you that energy, just to make sure that you give it the last push. It's always the last push until the last push, really. So we
True.
just like pushing. And one thing, the mind,
All starts
mindset
in the
is
mind.
very important, right?
Yeah.
Everything begins in the mind,
Yeah.
everything begins as a thought. So the moment you say a particular subject, in this instance, is hard, if I say that maths is hard, maths is definitely going to be hard for me, because that is the expectation that I've set for myself. I'm
Yeah.
expecting it to be
Be
hard.
hard.
You understand? So we need to make sure that we relearn some
Yeah.
of the things that we learned, that we unlearn. Not everything is not hard. As long as you can think
Yeah.
about it, you can achieve it. That's what kept me going, that as long as it's in my mind, then I'm gonna make sure that it becomes a reality. Like
Sure.
a
Yeah.
thought will come,
Yeah.
and then it has to materialize. You know, even
True.
the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so
So
is he. So
yeah.
everything begins as a thought, really. Once we make sure, once we have programmed our mind and we are like thinking positively, we even have things such as the law of attraction. What you
Mm,
think about becomes. So
yeah.
people need to understand that the mind is the greatest tool a person can ever have. Once it's done in your mind, it
Mm-hmm.
can never be undone.
True.
So we need to relearn some of the things, make sure that our mind is like positive and energy filled, so that it gives us more energy to continue and to carry on. So the mind, really, things are not hard, they're
Sure.
just a bit challenging, but
Yeah.
we love a challenge, right?
True.
A
Yeah.
challenge grows us, a challenge
It's
makes
growth.
something
Yeah.
change in us. You see, you can never be a better person after a challenge, so you're always better. Challenges makes us to become better and
Mm.
better and better. So yes, nothing is hard, it's all in the mind, really. It's all in
Sure.
the mind.
Guys. I've now become a student of this life thing. I thought I was a teacher, but I've learned a lot. Dimbo, you've just shared nuggets of wisdom, which I am going to practice and apply going forward. Dimpo, once again, our shining light with a very bright academic future and professional career. We want to thank you for all the work that you've done. The late nights and the early mornings, 2 o'clock mornings, and studying at church, and
Yes.
your family members doing your chores. It has all paid
It
off.
has.
From now on, we just want to wish you all the best, and we will speak to you again, Dr. Dimpo.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity.
All right, perfect. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've just interviewed Dimpo. She was an alumni for our EKASI learning program. She was a learner last year at Ribandilaka High School in Mamelodi, which is popularly known as a high school that performs and produces top performers and produces very high matric pass rates consistently over the years. We spoke to her about the study routine she followed, the daily routines she practiced, how her environment was like, and what role it played in her achieving her academic goals. We also spoke about how she managed herself, the discipline she kept throughout the entire matric year, and it has all paid off. So in this segment, we'll also be speaking to our key volunteers who've been with us over the years. They've made an enormous contribution in terms of the effort, the time, the knowledge, the information that they put in towards not only learners in the community of Mamelodi, but also other stakeholders such as educators, principals, even the parents of our learners have, gained much contribution from the effort we put in and the effort that our volunteers have put in. So today we're speaking about what volunteerism means to them, what does it mean to volunteer, and why is it important to volunteer, and the importance, the role that it plays in the community of Mamelodi and other townships alike.
Hi guys, my name is Shante and I'm one of the volunteers of the program, and I'm here to talk about volunteering and what it means to me. Volunteering means giving back my time, my knowledge, and whatever that I think may help the community to grow. And I think it helps the community to gain experience, to gain more knowledge, and to gain advantage. And I think that volunteering is important because it doesn't only benefit the community, but it also benefits the person that gives back their time. They gain the experience, they gain the social skills and the communication skills that they need in the real world, in the corporate world, and in their lives.
Hello everyone, my name is Nimandego Giejo. I'm a full-time student at TUT, and I'm also a volunteer at the Mamelodi Initiative. Um, the importance of volunteering for me is about giving back. It's about growth. It's about grooming where you actually lived. There's a saying that goes by, a child is for the community to raise. So with what the Mamelodi Initiative has taught me is that in order for growth, you have to incorporate yourself with the community, help each other to actually grow, support each other, and also achieve every dream that you set yourself to. And also, the Mamelodi Initiative for me is about growth, dreaming, and achieving every goal that you have set for yourself.
Hi, I'm Libuani Mashawa. I'm a law student at UNISA, and I'm currently a volunteer at MI. Now, volunteering is amazing, if I have to say. It is very important. It does not only help you as a human being, but also others. I remember when I was young, I wish I had someone who could help me with my academics, and now that I'm grown, I can make my own choices. I'm very keen on being that person to another person. You're not only volunteering with money or something tangible, but also with your time. It means a lot to someone else. You might never know, and for me it really means a lot. I really want to be that one person who lends a hand, who adds value in someone else's life, and that's how important it is to me. And yeah, and also it puts I'm keen in putting Mamelodi in our map, you know. Yeah, it's really important to uplift the community. I don't want to grow alone as a human being, but I love seeing other people progress in their lives. So that really makes me sleep at night. So yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Harold Mashilwani. I am a volunteer here at the Mamelodi Initiative. I started volunteering at the Mamelodi Initiative in 2017. Before starting volunteering here at the Mamelodi Initiative, I was a student. So today I'm a volunteer. So what does volunteering mean to me? Volunteering to me means that it means giving back to the community. It means that helping others and giving back my wisdom and also knowledge. And I also believe that volunteering is not only beneficial to the recipient, but it's also beneficial to the donor. So that's why I wanted to volunteer so that I can give back to the community and in also helping other learners as I was helped before becoming a volunteer. So the reason I decided to volunteer at the Mamelodi Initiative is because the Mamelodi Initiative has helped me before. I remember back in 2010 when I was a student here at the Mamelodi Initiative. I did not know anything about what I wanted to do until after finishing Matric. So coming here actually inspired me to look for to have an upfront vision of what I wanted to do in the future. So I was inspired by other volunteers that came before me. So they showed me what the path to success and what I needed to do. What is it I needed to do in order to achieve everything that I am today. So today I can happily say that I'm an LLB graduate, and it is because of this. It is because of this program. It is because of the previous volunteers that were here that have helped me before. So this is why I wanted to become a volunteer so that I can also give back to the students and also give back to the community, and in helping them achieve what I've achieved today.
Hi, I'm Bali Rademeyer. What volunteering means to me, it's one way of giving back to the community in a helpful way. And the moment you see that you've helped someone achieve a certain standard that you failed to achieve, that's when you get to live. Volunteering plays a very vital role in the community of Mamelodi, whereby there's a lot of gangsterism and drug-related issues, especially for students in schools like Leshabile and Vuganima Wetu, being the base communities of everything that started. So by volunteering, you're plowing back to the community, and not only that, but the learners are also going to give back at some point and going to meet a learner in a couple of years and telling you that I did this because of you, I achieved certain things because of you, and distinctions and all that. That will be the greatest achievement of all. And that's a win for the initiative. Thank you.
So we've just heard from our key volunteers that have been with us over the years, such as Mbali. They are the reason why we run our programs throughout the year. even our learners, they are the reason why we run our programs throughout the year. Seeing the fruits of Dimpo's work and our work as the Mamelodi Initiative come to fruition really makes us proud. So that's the reason why we do what we do as the Mamelodi Initiative. And the reason why we have decided to talk about volunteerism and to talk about the routines and all the processes that Dimpo followed in order for her to achieve academic results is because we have started with our programs. We're running 3 programs currently. Now, first program is the Saturday classes, where we assist high school learners with maths and English, as well as the elective subject that they may need assistance with. We've started our Olico program, which is an online maths tutoring platform for grade 8 learners. And we've also started our Ekasi learning program, which is for grade 11 students. We're preparing them for Matric, and it's extra classes every day after school on Thursdays. Thank you so much. If you want to be a part of our team, our community of the Mamelodi Initiative, our family, to make a difference and to really be a philanthropist in terms of your energy, your effort, your knowledge, your time, your passion, we would really appreciate it. And we will drop down an application link in our description below. Thank you.
So